Alcohol is not a sin, and we need to stop acting like it is. The Bible has so many passages that describe alcohol as a literal or symbolic blessing from God. And I want to hone in on two passages specifically from Psalms and Ecclesiastes that say, He, God, gives wine that gladdens the heart of man, bread is made for laughter, and wine gladdens life. Now, a lot of Christians say alcohol is all right, but as soon as you start feeling effects, that's where it gets sinful. But Scripture says God gives wine to gladden the heart of man. And I don't know how else to say this, but it's not the taste of wine that's gladdening their hearts. Tangibly feeling the effects of alcohol is not a sin, and it's a blessing that God actually gives. And before you say I'm mistranslating, the Hebrew word for gladden, samach, literally means to rejoice, and the Greek correspondence is the exact same. Now, I'm obviously not condoning drunkenness, which the Bible warns against time and time again. But just because something can be used improperly doesn't mean we completely prohibit it and call it sin. Gluttony is literally a sin, and 73% of America is obese. And yet, every Baptist church that bans alcohol for their pastors serves donuts and frappuccinos with enough sugar to kill a bear right at their welcome table. So are we tempting those people to struggle with gluttony? Probably. We don't just ban food, we teach wisdom and self-control. Now line up for a second, and Paul does say that if food makes my brother stumble, I will never eat meat lest I make my brother stumble. So yes, Paul says if it's causing your brother to stumble, don't do it, and that's real love. But he also says later in the passage that that's actually the weaker faith. And we as a church don't let the weakest person in the room decide what is sinful for everyone. I have so much sympathy and love for people struggling and recovering from alcoholism. But in our catering to them, we've called sin what God has called good. And worse, we've ostracized searching non-Christians who feel condemned by pharisaical commands the Bible does not even prescribe.